Welcome to the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show, brought to you by the great folks at Central Ozarks Medical Center, where your health is their mission. And we're getting up close and personal, getting to know what's going on in Camdenton with the Lakers and the Lady Lakers. It's Daniel Etzen, Stacy Caffey. Thank you guys for joining us. Also brought to you, by the way, by Serdike Yamaha, Slumberland Furniture, and MoDOT. Eyes up, phones down, drive safe. Okay, so first of all, Coach Caffey, congratulations, as you just hit the 200 win mark plateau, huh?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So did that mean something to you? Is that a special accomplishment?
Yeah, I definitely, when you look over and you get the messages from all the players that you've had over the past, and you're like, man, that's a lot of girls. You know, okay, I am old. So I think it's also a milestone there. But it's just, just kind of refreshing of the success that we've had over the years. And again, it's not, yes, I get the milestone, but, Coach Mulder's been there for many years of it, and it's just your assistants. It really relies back on them, all the players that you've had. So it's just overall, I think, a good accomplishment for Camdenton Lady Laker basketball.
Absolutely. 200 wins. It takes a while to rack those things up. Do you remember your very first win as a head coach? Do you remember where that came and who you beat?
No. I remember my very first year here at Camdenton when we played Kickapoo, and we beat them. It was the first time Camdenton had beat Kickapoo like in history. And so when I got in the locker room, all the girls, it was like winning a state championship. So just that excitement and the girls just feeling that change of basketball, and you just knew that. So I remember that season and flipping things. We were the 18 wins. It was a good start there for my first year at Camdenton.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was going to ask you about your most memorable win, but that might have been it. That win over Kickapoo.
Yeah, that one was pretty exciting for the first one, and it was kind of funny because I didn't know to be that excited. I didn't realize that was the first win, but I jumped on the bus real quick and got really excited with them. So any win to me is a great win, and there's been quite a few. Just even with the group that went to quarterfinal, that was a fun little journey and just a fun group of girls. So there's something special with every group that I've had.
Absolutely. And the Laker men having a pretty good season this year, having some success. You like the way your team's been progressing?
Yes and no. I mean, we can always do better. That's what a coach is supposed to say. We're gearing towards districts, obviously, and my biggest focus to the guys is everything we do now is a discussion for me to have with the board or the other coaches on where we should be seated. So now we're playing for argument rights of how good we really are or can be whenever district seating time comes around.
Yeah, and that's not too far away. We'll talk about that in a minute. I think this your third year as head coach?
Yes, it is.
Lakers' third year as head coach. You got a few more years ahead of you to get to 200, I think, right? Yeah. So have you put the numbers to paper to find out how many years you got?
No, not yet. I haven't done that yet. We'll just see how it goes.
Okay, so for both of you, what areas are you most proud of where your team has grown this year?
Defensively, I think is where we've preached trying to hang our hats, and we've had some games where we did not play very well defensively. I think our biggest inconsistency is offensively, so I think it's easy for me to say defensively is where I'm most proud. And individually, Johnny Seamow has been my most consistent all year long, and extremely proud of what he's been doing, even in the games where we're getting blown out and it's not going well. Which hasn't been very often, but there's been times that he still has been out there giving everything he's got. So the leadership aspect of my seniors as well, him, Carson, Owen, Narelle, and just the locker room. I've told them several times I'm extremely proud of them not just giving up, because in years past we've had instances of guys that would not want to play anymore after a couple bad losses or a streak of misfortune type deal. So I'm excited about proud of the locker room aspect, honestly.
That's cool. That's really what makes it special, that camaraderie and that locker room love. How about you? What are you most proud of for your Lady Lakers so far this year?
I think offensively we're coming around. Defensively, our expectations have been there, and I feel like that they bring that every night. Offensively, we're very selfless with the ball, and there's nights that it's like, okay, someone's got to look to score. And I think sophomore Kenzie Valverska has been a great scoring leader for us more times than not. But we've also had Mia McGuire step up and have a game high of 23 points and had 16 or 17 the other night. You know, Casey Prettyman has also been up there and a stat leader, and so does Alyssa Ferris. So I think overall, just offensively getting more aggressive and gaining that confidence to score and believe in not only themselves that they can do it, but their teammates as well.
Yeah, maybe that's one of the differences between the girls and the boys. The boys, you have to try to teach them not to shoot all the time, take a better shot, and the girls is like, go ahead and shoot, right? You know, that might be a stereotype there. I don't know. We'll have more with the Lakers head coaches when we come back on the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show. At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center offers pediatrics at 2 lake locations and 3 OBGYNs at the Osage Beach Clinic, offering same-day appointments. At COMC, our doors are open to everyone, whether you live at the lake or just here visiting. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
Being close to the water makes you more you. It's where the great unknown brings clarity. And letting go is how you really get going. Because only when you're on a Yamaha Wave Runner do you truly discover what you're made of.
Visit Surdak Yamaha at Lake of the Ozarks, 50 years strong.
Hi, honey. It's your mom. I know you're probably working, but I just saw on the news that 3 people die in car crashes every day in Missouri. I just think about you driving around, and it makes me so worried. So buckle your seatbelt, don't look at your phone, and don't speed. And I know you know this, but please always drive sober. You're a good kid. Just be safe, okay? Mom loves you. Okay, bye.
Hey everybody, it's Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. We're in the middle of our President's Day sale, and that means mattress deals. We have Tempur-Pedics, Purple, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy Posturepedics. Not only that, we're doing up to 60 months interest-free financing. So come get a great night's sleep at a wonderful price and super financing terms. Don't forget, we deliver the entire lake area. Come check us out, Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
Welcome back to the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show. We're focusing on the Camdenton Lakers and the Lady Lakers this week, kind of moving into the latter part of the season now, as district tournament's not that far off. So as the final weeks approach, where would you guys like to see your teams improve? What's the next step for the Lady Lakers?
I would just say to be intentional with every ball. You know, we are turning the ball over a little bit too much, and I say a little too much, a lot too much. And I think that the games that we're really intentional and really focusing on taking care of the ball, we overall have a higher success rate. And, you know, and it's just that and winning those 50-50 balls and just having the right mindset. This is where it kind of, the grit has to check in, and, you know, because our practices don't get lighter. They don't get, you know, we've been going against the C team on the boys and just stepping up our game, because right now this is where this is the reason you play right here. It's getting close to that postseason, the conference time. Yep.
Absolutely. How about the guys?
Honestly, an easy scapegoat, but it's the exact same. And we get in the mid-season blues of whatever it may be, ready for spring sport, ready for better weather, or ready for whatever it is. We're in the same exact boat. We're turning the ball over way too many times. I think the scouting report on us right now is bring all the pressure and make Camdenton play at your pace, being the opposing team. So controlling what we can control, which is the ball in our hands, and then just nonstop energy and effort defensively. And I really feel like most games boil down to just that. Do we have to be skilled to score? Sure, but not all the times. Just fine-tuning those aspects of our game and playing more holistically, as Coach mentioned, for each other, and I don't really feel like we're playing for specific accolades or stats, but trusting the process that we have more than just one or two guys that can score.
Yeah.
And that's an issue that we need to try to correct pretty quick.
By the way, we still have a couple of Camden Laker games on our Lake TV schedule on February 25th. Your annual rivalry with Osage. They've got a really good team this year. And then February 28th, your battle against Battle, who is ranked in the top 10 in Class 6. So a couple of tough games for you on Lake TV coming up. We were talking about your district tournament earlier. And so in your district, you've got Cap City at 9-5, Rockwood Summit 8-8, Helias 8-7. Pacific 8-7. So some pretty good teams in there you're going to have to deal with in the district.
Oh yeah, and but I say this year it's anybody's ball game, and it's not usually like that. If Helias is in there, usually you're sitting there. Union's got a good record right now. I tell the girls this is where you want to start showing up, and all of these games before, but when it comes postseason, everyone's 0-0.
That's right.
And it's that I talk about that first year. When we won districts, we were seeded fourth, and had to beat the first seed, beat Jeff City, then turn around and beat Waynesville to win it. Anything's possible in the postseason.
Absolutely.
That's what I love about March Madness.
I love it, absolutely. And as for the men in your district, you've got Rolla 15-3. They're really good again this year. Jeff City is 12-3. Borgia 11-5. So wow, you've got some real powerhouses in your district this year.
Yeah, that's without saying. It's going to be extremely tough, and we're based on record right now. We're kind of sitting in the middle of the pack as far as seeding goes, but that's what I'm talking about as well. We got Helias tomorrow. We've got teams that are in our district that we're going to play here in the next couple of weeks. So again, we give ourselves an argument that we're better than an 8 seed, or we don't. So it's legitimately we need to show up every night and be able to compete.
Comes down to crunch time this time of the season,
Yeah.
and that's part of the fun of it too.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, gotta love it. Okay, so we always try to have a fun question for you guys. So, who is the better basketball player? Some say it's Michael Jordan, the best of all time. Some say it's LeBron James, the best of all time. Who's better between those two?
I'm going Jordan, 23.
MJ,
Yeah.
I'm a Jordan fan as well. That's a hard one. I respect LeBron's game, and I think they're two way different players, but I think Michael Jordan.
Which is fascinating because LeBron's a much bigger dude, right? And yet somehow Jordan just was so amazingly great that it's hard not to say he's the greatest of all time.
Sure.
Although we can't go back and bring in like Jerry West or those guys because we didn't see those guys.
Yeah.
How about the better big men, right? So the guys that get most of the attention, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, they were probably before both of your times, right? So would you even know who's better between those two? Or even Celtic Bill Russell, you could throw him in there.
I'd go Kareem.
You'd go Kareem.
Yep, I was a Kareem fan. So,
Okay. The sky hook and everything.
Oh yeah, and that's. I remember practicing that all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so.
Nobody does that anymore, right?
No, it doesn't.
And that was like the most impossible shot to block. Right. How about you? Who would you go with, big man?
Out of them, I would have to say Wilt the Stilt, but I don't have data in front of me to prove that. During my time, it was Shaq. So I still think Shaq was absolutely incredible and extremely gifted, obviously, as well. But
I got to meet Shaq one time. You talk about a mountain of a man.
When we go to Rogers, Arkansas, in that tournament at the beginning of the year, we always go to the rim tree. And those are all the rims that Shaq broke in games. Every year we go get a picture of it, and it's enough rims to make a tree. So just to kind of give you an idea there. But yes, he's a big dude.
There's a lot of strength going on there. All right, so now we know what's going on with the Camden Lakers. And again, we've got a couple of Laker games coming up for you on Lake TV High School basketball, so don't miss those. Thank you, coaches. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show.